Today, I'm going to be installing a brand new hub bearing on my wife's 2008 GMC Yukon Denali. It's very common to need hub bearings on GM trucks, so follow along and I'll show you how it's done. My name is Pete and welcome to my garage. A lot of times the symptom that you see for a bad hub bearing is it's going to be loose. Usually they don't make any noise, not unless you kind of hit a curb or something. But on my wife's here, the thing's just noisy. It's actually not even loose, which is the crazy thing. In order to diagnose it, I put it up on a lift and drove it with the wheels up in the air, and actually we didn't hear the noise anymore, which kind of indicates to me that it needs to be loaded. There needs to be weight on the wheels in order for it to actually be making the noise. And as I turn the wheel left and right on like sweeping curves, it makes the noise worse going in one direction than the other. Typically, if it was like a front differential or something, then it would be a noise pretty constant, or more just accelerating or decelerating. So that's why I'm pretty sure it's going to be this left front wheel bearing. And the noise, you can feel it almost with your feet in the floor, like a bump, 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 bump noise. So let's go ahead and get in here and I'll show you how it's done. It's actually not that bad, but air tools do help a lot. All right, so we're going to start off by lifting the car up, supporting it with a jack stand, and then taking this wheel off. Typically, whenever you have a bad hub bearing, it'll be loose. If you pull on the top and bottom of the tire, you can feel it, it'll be loose. But this one's not really loose, just makes noise. You can kind of hear it too. So, I'm going to have to remove the brake caliper and bracket as one assembly. Just leave it all together, and I'm going to hang it up here. I do have to take this wiring harness off. We'll have to take the big 36mm nut here, take the brake rotor off, and then on the back side there's 3 bolts that we'll have to take off. And then we'll be home free. It's not too bad. All right, I need to take this wiring harness off right here. It's actually pretty easy. Just unplug this other side over here. All right, unplug that. We just pop this one out. These little pry tools, panel popping tools, work really, really well. There we go. Harness is off. We'll just let it dangle there. For our caliper bracket, we have a bolt right here and another bolt right down there. We'll get that off. All right, these 2 bolts are 18mm. We'll set that caliper up there. Now, there's also 3 15mm bolts that go around here that hold the hub bearing in, but first I gotta get the rotor and this nut on the other side off. All right, this is 36mm. And this is where an impact comes in very, very handy, but if If you don't have an impact wrench, you can actually, before you take the caliper and everything off, you can stick a punch through the holes right here and hold the rotor from turning. But this is just easy enough for me. Alright, actually that moves in pretty easily. Sometimes you'll need to stick you can do a couple of ball peen hammers, stick one like that and hit that to break that loose. Don't just hit right there, because what it's going to do is mushroom out on you. And when that mushrooms out, you're not going to be able to get the nut on or off, and then you're going to end up having to get a new axle shaft. So don't sit here and wail on that. Or you can use an air hammer with a punch bit right in the middle of it and punch that out. But this one was easy enough to do. So now, pretty easy. I just got to get a 15 millimeter back here and get those off. One also thing, you want to pay attention to this opening right here, because that's where your brake caliper goes, so this dust shield's going to have to be oriented properly. And the last one's really... And at this point, we just have to beat it off of here. Alright. Alright, get all the holes lined up and get a couple bolts started. Alright, we'll get our 36 mil right here in the middle on the axle nut. Okay, this little clip goes in right here, and the rest of it will go up top after I get my rotor and my caliper on. Make sure your pads are fully seated and spreads. Alright, tighten up our bolts. We're out our harness. Alright. At this point, just got to throw the wheel on and we're done. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and then consider subscribing. And stay tuned till next time when I'm going to have to also do a little bit of evap system work on this. It's nothing big, but it could help you if you have a check engine light or if you have an extended crank whenever you fill up with gasoline. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.